Test 1, 2, 3. Park in Invercargill. You're watching the 2025 Under-19 National Championships. I'm Dave L here for the dugout broadcasting commentary crew on day 4 in game 43 for the Southland Soccer Association. Our finalist teams are Hutt Valley in green and yellow will be visiting team and they'll be batting first on the first base dugout side. Counties Manukau in red, white and black will be the home team taking the field first on the third base dugout. The umpires for today's game, home plate Sam Meikle from Otago, first base Jill Farquhar from Southland, second base Connor Little from Canterbury, third base Heath Little from Canterbury, and our official scorer Nathan Hill from Otago. Introducing the visiting team from Hutt Valley, Ivani Gibson playing at shortstop, Ellie Simons playing on the mound, starting on the mound, Maggie Shields playing at first base, Matangaho Nuku playing at centre field, Jada Walters Rangatihi playing at third base, Megan Stokes playing at second base, Bella Coxon playing at left field, Dakota Simons, DP, Kate Hicka at right field, Safira Schultz at catcher, and starting on the bench, Kimmery Arupa, Riley McClinchy, and Angela Harrison, Coach Simons, Assistant Coach Siobhan Landrown, and Manager Lauren Parker. The starting lineup for the home team, Counties Manukau. At centre field, Sienna Dufty. At shortstop, Star. At second base, Peyton Hiraka Downing. At third base, Trinity Waiwiri Toka. At first base, Mia Kini Hicks. At left field, Tyler Graham. On the mound, Jemima Nathan Fuhu. At second base, Georgia Keel. And at right field, Chelsea Tapuni. Substitutions, Mariah Farber, Aha Ashby Carney, Kyla Thorstensen, and Ella Smith. Coach Regan Haley. Assistant Coach Alicia Haley, and manager Tunisia Anderson. Could you please be upstanding for the national anthem? In the middle of the diamond to exchange handshakes in an act of goodwill.
Nau mai o ke nine, whakatau mai nei e te ope mātakitaki, me mihi katika ki a koutou katoa, e periperi mai nei ki tēnei rangi ātāhua, rangi miharo rawa atu, ka hui mai tātou i runga i te kaupapa o te poiuka, ko tēnei te kēmu whaiti o te whakataitai poiuka mō nā kohine i raro i te tau te kaumaiwa, i tēnei te tau ruatakau Marima, nō reira, koutou mā, are mai o tāringa mātakitake mai a whatu ki tēnei, te wā harikoa no hoki mō mātou i wai hopai nei, nau mai, hara mai, whakatau mai, a tēnā koutou katoa.
Welcome along, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful day here at Surrey Park for a grand final Softball New Zealand presentation of the 2025 National Under-19 Girls Softball Tournament. I'm Gary Rohihi for Beyond the Ballpark Broadcasting. Bringing you the coverage here of today's grand final. We've got two teams who have fought their way all the way through 4 days of competition. Counties Manukau taking the diamond out there in their black, red and white uniforms, taking on traditional powerhouse Hutt Valley in their white, gold and green uniforms. Gary Rowe here from Beyond the Ballpark Broadcasting. Joining me in colour commentary will be Rachel Newton, and as you heard the dulcet tones of our Te Reo Māori speaker, Neitana Tane, joining us in commentary as well. So absolutely magnificent day has dawned here. We've got the grand final here. It's still fairly early in the day. It's 11:30, running about half an hour behind schedule, but that's normal for a tournament of this type. The umpires are just going through the final formalities here. And Rachel, lovely to have you along. Thanks for coming. How do you see a grand final shaping up today?
Good morning, and thank you for having me here. Looking forward to this one. Yes, Counties come through with a great win last night over Canterbury in a hard-fought tiebreaker, and Hutt Valley looking very strong last night against Auckland.
Yeah, well, two teams have come through contrasting routes. Counties Manukau have battled their way through the 4 days of competition to get here. Hutt Valley unbeaten, and we'll say virtually, we'll call it untroubled throughout the as far as their games go. Have looked the class of the tournament so far, but it is a grand final, Rachel, and anything can happen.
Yes, it certainly can, and it's on the day, isn't it? It comes down to this one game. I think we're up to getting up near game 47.
43 it is.
43, so
the schedule is the grand final.
So it's been plenty of action so far, but this is the one we want to see.
Absolutely. This is the one they all come for. This is the one they travel all the way here to Surrey Park for.
Ai te kara, ko tēnei te wā, ko te whainga toa, the grand final indeed. Ka kōrero nā kai wawawi tēnei wā, ai pāniki tētahi me paku nei te huringa o nā praia o te awo kairangi. So I think there has been a little bit of a change to the order and to the positions, which has been discussed about because of the rule of not changing after the announcement. So
Yeah.
Nā tēnā, ka tākoto tika.
Bit of clarity going on there.
Ai, kare kore.
Well, I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that after 4 days of a very hard competition and what has been a high-quality tournament, we've just seen some astounding games there. I do believe the playoff game in Diamond 2 was a hard-fought one between Manukau and North Harbour. Rachel, do you happen to know who won that one?
I do, yes, and Harbour came out on top there, 6-5.
Nice
The
one.
seesaw battle, some great hitting went on over there.
And, of course, we had the privilege of commentating the Auckland-Canterbury playoff game prior to this one, and that was also turned out to be a hard-fought game. It was an unusual game, 30 runs scored in 4 innings, 20-10. It was Canterbury that ran out victors over their traditional foe, Auckland. So there we go. All the other games are now done and dusted. We've got a wonderful sprinkling of people around the number 1 diamond to watch the grand final. It should be an absolutely enthralling affair from these two teams. Like I say, contrasting teams. Hutt Valley have all been professionalism, and their coaching has been superb and on point. And of course, it's been a great job done by Counties Manukau as well, as they have come through and now get the opportunity to meet Hutt Valley in this grand final. Well, just while they are still going through and discussing some changes out there, I'll take you through the Hutt Valley batting lineup that's about to come in. So their lead-off hitter, number 22, will be Varney Gibson. She will be followed by number 5, Bailey Simons. Maggie Shields will come in at 3. Clean-up spot is occupied by Matangi Ho Nuku. Jada Walters Rangi Tihi at 5. Megan Stokes comes in at number 6. Bella Coxon comes in at number 7. Dakota Simons is the DP in the order, comes in at number 8. Tate Hitter comes in at number 9 for Hutt Valley. Defensively out there today for Counties, we'll start out at left field. Chelsea Tapuni out at right field, I should say. Sienna Duffy at centre field. Tyler Graham at left field. Shortstop is Penny Starr. In the hot corner, you've got Trinity Waiwuri Toka. At second base is Georgia Keel. Maya Kingi Hicks at first base. Doing the pitching is Janaya Nathan Koho. And Peyton Hiraka Downing as catcher for Counties Manukau. Two very powerful lineups, but it is Hutt Valley, would be fair to say, who have led the tournament with their hitting, Rachel.
Yes, and coach been mixing it up a bit too, playing a short game, playing a long game. So Counties are going to have to be very aware of runners on bases, and the situations that they're going to get themselves in as to how it's going to play out.
Absolutely, and we saw last night in that game that seemed to start late and then go on forever. It finished at around about 9:30 last night, but that was no worry for Invercargill because the daylight goes on here forever. But it was Craig Simons who really did command tactically that game and very much pulled the strings for his team and ensured that their tactics were on point.
Yes, and there's some great bunting going on actually. It probably wasn't a bunt that didn't go further than 2 or 3 feet out in front of those girls. So
yeah, execution was absolutely fantastic.
With some gas on the pitching, it's great control.
Tēnā rā kōrua, ko tahi anō te tima o te awa kairangi ko hurihia I o rātou players, so they've actually officialised their change of playing, so we're going to get an update and see if it's any different to what you've just announced, Gary. Tēnā koe.
Alrighty, well we do have the jersey numbers for the players out there, so we should be able to recognise them.
Ka pai.
Ivani Gibson is the top of the order. She is the batter out there, and she has been leading this tournament throughout with her batting, along with Kairatu from Canterbury and Mason Karini Iwako, who have all been very powerful batters throughout this tournament.
Oh, pai tapati engari ki te poi hapa. No reira.
Janaya Nathan Kaiho gets things underway for Counties, out there pitching on the mound, very tall, very powerful.
Ai rā.
Good velocity.
Ai rā. Me te mihi mai anō hoki ki te umere te awa kairangi. Can hear them from there even though they're further away team, making a lot of noise. Ko hiki mai te wairua I tēnei o nā papatākaro pai mo tēnei o nā wā. Tēnō hi ka mātou ki te mata ki taki tēnei I tēnei wā.
I think one thing you can guarantee is that there's going to be a lot of noise out of both dugouts in the next couple of innings at least.
Aye.
Yes, and the one thing we noticed last night with the Hutt Valley batters are very, very patient in that batter's box. They don't seem to chase too much around. They wait for that pitch that they want.
Aye.
Tony Gibson has flied one out to right field here. It's gone deep. The fielder's getting under it. Comfortably takes it for the first out here in the ball game, and we are officially underway, ladies and gentlemen.
Ai rā, ko mai te poro e te kai takarahi mātou, ngā wari noa. Ai raro I te hihi o tamanu I te rā, what a beautiful day.
Absolutely stunning day. The sun has come out. It is warm. An absolutely beautiful day. Up to bat now, number 5, Bailey Simons. For Hutt Valley.
Ringa mai wia tōna.
Very tall, very lean athlete. She can hit the ball hard, but she comes from the left side of the plate. So she's closer to first base. So look for something on the ground here. Followed by a run.
Oh, no. Ko te aho tsuki nei.
Straight away.
It's not quite a bunt, the action or something.
Looking for the push there. Straight away, Rachel, we're seeing that short handle tactic.
Yes, we are. We are. And County's pitch will be quite happy with that start. She's on top and 2 strikes. No balls. Got something to work with now.
Ai, ko whakarere te kaipa. Me tōna tere. Oh, pāpai engari ki te rohe hapa. Another go at that push.
This time it's put down by Bailey Simons. Foul ball. Two strikes, no balls.
Ai, te take wahora.
I don't know if I'd have been able to not swing with that one. That must have been very close.
Yes. Just the temptation looked like it was there, but well held off.
Ai, ko ne te kaho nā akoranga. I rongi a rātou nā kaitoa. So well drilled.
That just underlines that discipline you talked about, Rachel. I mean, it took a little bit of courage to not have a go at that.
Yes.
Definitely an organised batter who knows their zone.
Yes, controlled aggression.
Tēnā ka kaui tonu. Te awa kairangi I te mauri mai I nā nahi rā. Just keeping that energy going from yesterday on a high. Actually, mai I ngā rangi e whāne. This is definitely the team to watch. But after County's turnaround.
That's what you'd expect after this many days of competition. And Bailey Simons does a great job there to pick the walk. She heads down to first base, 1 down in the inning.
Yes, a great at-bat there, being down in the count there, 2-0.
Picks the walk from there, number 17, Maggie Shields up to bat. Another tall athlete in the Hutt Valley lineup. Hits the ball with power.
It's shaped up to hit here. County's fielders are back.
You see the pitch go through to the back of the net, and that's going to move the run around to 2.
Aye.
And early in this ball game, it's Hutt Valley who already have an opportunity with a runner in scoring position.
Ai, te tere o te omano ke ne. Kari te kohine poturi. This is not a slow runner on 2 either. Some wheels there.
One thing I've noticed about this county's Manukau team is they do have a lot of fighting quality. And if they do happen to go down a run or 2, it doesn't seem to mean a lot to them. They just they keep hanging in there.
Ai, tika tai.
And that's what you want for your team, isn't it? When you're getting down. I mean, there's plenty of game left. There's always that opportunity.
Reina ka hinga, ka puta, ka high five rātou i a rātou anō, ka hiki rātou i a rātou anō, aha ko te aho. No matter what, they hold themselves together, and the word I'm
Constantly
hearing a lot,
pick each other up.
professionalism.
Yeah.
Ai, te tika.
There's a nice hit. Third base scoops that up cleanly, fires it across the diamond. The out is made at 1, but not before Bailey Simons scampers across the third base.
Ai, tino tata te rai engari, kei tahau maru.
So Hutt Valley proving once again in those tight situations they can just get that little bit of advantage for themselves. It's Bailey Simons heads back to the dugout on the 2-out pitcher rule. Maggie Shields comes to do the running from third base. Into bat number 1, Matangiho Nuku for Hutt Valley.
Ai,
Good lead off there. Good lead off pitch.
Yeah, there's not too much you can do about those pitches that come in on the inside of the plate. You've got to recognise them early and turn early, otherwise you just can't do anything with them.
No.
Here we go. Well, I've got an illegal pitch out there. Which means the runners get to advance 1 base, so that's going to score the first run in the ball game. A little bit of discussion between home plate umpire today, Sam Meikle. I'll just quickly give you all the umpires while I say that. Sam Meikle is the plate. First is Jill Farquhar. Second base, we've got Connor Little. Third base, we've got Heath Little. The blue crew out there to do the job.
Ona ringa haumaru tēnei mo te keimu whai. Toa. Perfect, safe hands. Umpiring for this.
So Rachel, it's the little things in a grand final. And, something we've just seen an illegal pitch score a run as the first run in the grand final.
Yes, and not ideal, to be fair, but best that happens now, not later in the game.
Yeah, you would hate that to be the 7th innings in the deciding run, wouldn't
yes,
you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, unfortunate for counties, but they just need to put that behind them. And
I think it had something to do with the lifting of that front foot
yes,
off the plate.
Yeah.
You used to have the rule changed several years ago. You used to have both feet in contact with the plate. Now you can get away obviously with 1 foot, but if you lift that foot, all of a sudden you get nothing in contact with the plate. Illegal pitch.
Yes, and in my day, yes, you had to have both of those feet on that strip. But I guess now with having that foot back further, you get more forward projection, able to excel through the legs
When
a
it
lot more.
first changed, I think it got nicknamed the Adam Fulcard rule. No
Yes.
disrespect for what has been one of the world's great pitches.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
But he did revolutionise the style.
And he probably had the biggest back step
Yeah.
of anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which definitely helped with the flying forward as well.
So we've got an updated team list here. We'll go through that shortly, and just to see if there's any change to it. Yeah.
Tēnā kauhui Marakau. Kia whakakotahi
Anyway,
ai
we'll
anō
go with
ki
what
te
we've
tima.
got for now and not let that bother us. Sorry about that.
County's just having called a timeout here and having a bit of a chat with each other in the infield.
So we're just going to have a quick graphic here on the screen and have a look at the illegal pitch that cost that first run. There you see the style with the back foot back. And no, he didn't seem to lose contact with the plate. And it was the home plate umpire that called it. So there we go. He saw something.
Yes, he definitely did see something. Something that,
Maybe the separation of the hands.
yes, possibly something that we're not seeing.
Ka tautoko ai I te whiringa te kai pai I tau awa, I tēnā wā.
Anyway, it's Hutt Valley that have a runner back out at 1.
Pēke para piu. Engari ko te roa he hapa te taunga mo te poro. Ka oki ki te kai pā.
Number 35, Jada Walters, Rangi Tihi up to bat now for Hutt Valley.
Ai.
We talked about it being an unusual way to get the first run on the board, but sometimes in a grand final it just doesn't take much. There's a nice job done by the Canterbury County's Manukau pitcher to strike out Walters Rangitihi, who was already heading towards first but had to change track and head towards the dugout. 1-0, Hutt Valley lead in the grand final. We'll be back in just a minute.
Okay. Let's go then, eh?
You want to just champion, the dark horse?
Deep down, that's all we want. Just freedom.
You sucker. You better watch out, you fool.
I often think of my cousin.
She didn't have anyone.
She had us.
You're pretty beautiful.
Same.
We're going to get you back, Mata. I promise.
Kiriata no Aotearoa, ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
Tēnā koutou tamariki mā. Ona mai ki tamariki hā.
Ai mai, ia.
Download Māori Plus. Download it, download it, download it. It's easy. Free. Koika! Whakawara. Te Nuchu. Te Pānakuara. Island of Mystery.
Wongana!
Tūhura. Ona mai ki tamariki hā. Download Māori Plus. Please, Mum.
She just looks like she's...
Welcome back,
Right.
ladies and gentlemen. Well, with half an innings complete, it's Hutt Valley who got one run courtesy of a illegal pitch call, which we still haven't quite understood. Maybe somebody out there will message the stream and let us know what they think that was. But anyway, it's we'll just quickly run you through the two lineups as we go in the bottom of the thing. Counties Manukau leading off with Sienna Duffy, followed by number 10 Penny Star, Peyton Hiraka Downing, Trinity Waiwiri Toka, Maya Kingi Hicks, Tyler Graham, Janaya Nathan Kaiho comes in, and then Georgia Keel, and the order is rounded out by Chelsea Tapuni.
Pai tērā te timatanga o te kaiapa mā te awa kairangi ko Bailey Simons e hoki mai ana. Nice first pitch.
Yeah, she's done a lot of the pitching for her team in this one. She should be ably backed up if needed by Jada Walters Rangitihi at third base, who's been coming in to finish games off if needed.
Yes, and she's got a nice action out there. The pitch and bound, very fast action, very fast arm, which all helps with good velocity.
Vai mo tēnei te whainga tō nei.
Popped up, goes back, not able to be caught. Yeah, she's got a great leg drive and she gets a long way down that base as well, so that cuts things down for her too.
Yes.
Angela Harrison is missing from the diamond there, who was there last night. She's listed in the substitutes today. She's been prominent with her batting for the Hutt Valley Lorna. Possibly maybe an injury there.
Nice change up in there, must have been close. Just on the inside of the plate.
Sienna Duffy doing the batting in there for County's Manukau to try and get them going. Here's a nice pitch. This time it flies up towards the fence. There's two players converging on it, and it finds the grass.
Te mea hira ka kōrero rātou ki rātou anō, kia whakakotahi ai te mahi. Just making sure that they're as professional with their communication, they're talking well with each other, making sure.
Defensively, Hutt Valley have been probably the most organised team in the competition as well. Tournament so far. All their backing up is all in the right place. Their execution has been excellent throughout the tournament.
Ai ka tautoko. Oh, Piki Whara.
She gets the job done as she gets the batter swinging on a ball just up out of the zone, which is always a good sign if you're a pitcher.
Hai rā, ka tau te mauri ngā wari ki te tima nei.
Yes, and that's a good start for Hutt Valley, getting that first out. Always settles down the old nerves, getting that first out.
It does. You know you're up and running when that happens. Yeah. Penny Starr, number 10, comes in on the other side of the plate, the left-hander.
Te ahone kauri he rare mo Bailey.
We've seen a lot of work going on with lefties, especially who've got a bit of speed in batting, and it's good to see the slap being used again regularly at tournaments, slap hitting. Something that had disappeared for a little while.
Yes, and you just see Hutt Valley's response to that too, with their second base coming up just about right beside the pitcher. First base back a bit, and they've definitely got that infield covered for anything that falls short.
Yeah, or you think about it from the batter's point of view. She looks out there, she's nothing but a sea of green and gold. Right there in front of her with all of those infielders up.
Yeah.
In this one.
Two
down, we got a runner or one. A little bit of noise coming out of the County's Manukau dugout now.
Iti. Nā pai te haruru mai.
Number 8, Trinity Waiwili Toka, up to bat for County's Manukau.
Pai te wai hōna. O engari, he poi tika nā te kai e pa.
Good input in softball going on in that region at the moment. Of course, you've got the emergence of Franklin, which will be their next door neighbours. Have come into national tournaments.
Ka tāhei ngā wari.
See a wild pitch enable the runner to head to 2.
Tēnā taurite te mauri kahao o ngā tima e rua I tēnei o ngā wā. I think these guys both want it.
1 ball, 1 strike on Waiwili Toka. Pitch is coming in now. She swung hard at that one. She's popped it into the infield. It's going to be, well, as we talked about, the execution out there, just excellent. 3 down now. 1 innings complete. It's Hutt Valley that lead the ball game by 1-0 here in the grand final. We'll be back in just a minute.
Dan Carter knew the power of winning.
Your instincts tell you the score's different. The flip side of that was the intense pressure.
I'd go back to my hotel room and I'd be broken. Dan Carter, a perfect 10. Ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
Get the Māori Plus app. Download now on Google Play or the App Store with exclusive viewings and 100% ad-free.
Quite like top tier.
Watch us anywhere, anytime. Make Māori Plus your mate and stream now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. We're one innings complete. It is Hutt Valley that have stolen a slight advantage in this ball game. They lead it by 1-0 here in the grand final over Counties Manukau. And we talked about the discipline that Hutt Valley have got in their fielding, Rachel, and we just saw a brilliant execution of that for the third out in the first innings.
Yes, we did, and we saw great communication between first and second base, and second base having it covered, first base getting out of the way, and yes, just shows their professionalism and their obviously well drilled, well coached.
I'd just like also to take a second just to take a picture of that view out there right now with the sun, the crowd, the players. It's just absolutely fantastic setting we've got here for softball this afternoon.
Might be unusual for you to see the sun in Invercargill, but it's not for me.
Everybody underestimates. Everybody overestimates the weather when they're outside the region. Yeah, that's right. Don't worry, I come from Wellington, so we get plenty of that.
Ooh, yeah.
With our gentle southerlies. There's a nice job out there, Janaya Nathan Kaiho. Very impressive young pitcher. Very impressive battery out there, pitcher-catcher. Doing a very good job.
Ai, kore makarauna te tokorua rā.
Oh, this time it's a walk. Megan Stokes head down to first base on the walk.
Ai, kei te pūrei tai, anō hoki.
Dangerous thing to keep giving Hutt Valley bases early in an inning. And, you know, sooner or later, they will make you pay for it.
Yes, I think that pitch may have had a bit of contact with the foot there, so.
Yeah. So she's actually gone down to first on the hit pitch.
Yes.
Oh. Kau ki te tiki, te kai pate rākau, kai patu poro. Engari, ki te rohe. Hapa, te poro.
Ball bounced up and hit the batter there. Dead ball in the box. Number 49 it is, Bella Coxon.
Oh. Tēnā te atao wano hoki ne. Te tino pūkana ki te taka te poro kei mua tonu nei. I te wako tere haere te poro ki a ia. Ko ki atu a hau pēnei I nanahi, me ki anō hoki. These bats and their ability to just drop the ball dead is a marvel to watch. Oh, kauri hea ki te rohi hapa anō.
Total contrast in two swings of the bat.
Aye.
From looking to drop that ball right at her feet to a full-on swing for the second turn.
Ai pai, tērā rautaki. Kia kore te kai e pai, te tino mōhio kei hei aha te mea pai mā te kaipatu.
The infield for Counties Manukau a little more reactive to what Hutt Valley are doing.
Ai, tērā.
Well picked up
tō,
at
tika
third
ki te
base.
pūrei toru. Ia, kua puta.
Make sure the lead run is not an option before she takes the out at first. Nice play.
Yeah, and it was a great reaction there on third base there.
Aye.
Not a great alley to be in sometimes on third base. You can certainly see some sizzlers go your way.
Oh, yeah.
Te kōkona wera ne, te hot corner.
That's why they call it the hot corner. Dakota Simons in the brightly coloured hat comes into bat, number 53. Aeroplanes are going to be able to see her running around the diamond as she gets out there.
Ai te waiho te poro.
Yes, it was good to see her out there last night because we could actually see her.
Yeah, that's right. It was a competition between her and the, I think, lady that was sitting under the softball-coloured blanket.
Yes.
This time it's another one down the third baseline. Again, it's picked up nicely. But this time it's Dakota Simons that does a good job in moving that runner from 2 to 3.
Tai haumaru rā ki te au pure I toru. Tata ki te kāinga, anō hoke a Awakairangi.
So here counties find themselves in the same situation as in the first innings.
Aye.
Runner on 3, 2 down.
Yeah, interesting, Rachel, because I think if you remember last night, Tate Hitter came into the ball game as a pinch hitter twice, and twice she hit the ball.
Yes, she did. She's done a great job for her coach coming in.
This time she's in the lineup, but we know that she is a very decent contact hitter.
Nā. Ka hui a Manukau ki te whakatika-tika tētahi māhere pea.
Just a wee conference going on here, situation that both teams are in.
Yeah, the Counties Manukau coach, is he looking to make a change somewhere in the lineup?
Tēnā ka mene mai tonu nei te tima o Manukau.
He's checking on something. We'll find out, hopefully.
Koina tētai anō hoki o nā keimu katoa, engari kei tēnei taumata ka tino aro ki nā ture me te tākoto tika, me te pareipono a rātou nā kaitoa. I mean, at every level of the game, the rules are in play. But really tightening up and focusing on making sure everyone's playing to the letter of the law.
Oh, plenty of coaches have spotted chink in the opposition's armour when it comes to those sorts of things, that's for sure.
Yes, anything for that little advantage.
That little advantage.
That wee mind game.
Ai, whakataitai taumata anō, e hari te mākutu, engari, hei mea pono.
This is a grand final, there are no friends out there.
Anā.
At least not until after the final pitch is sent down the tube.
Ai, kei te tino wawata mā nā tima tokorua a te tūnga toa. You can tell they're both hungry for the win.
Tate Hitter swings hard at a drop ball. It drops under the knees there.
Aye.
Nice pitch.
Pai te pa. Oh, tēnā.
Same pitch, but no swing. So the ability to learn. There you go. Nice spot though. Why wouldn't you have a go at another one?
Exactly.
Tēnā tino matatau e nei. Tai patu, very disciplined batters. No, ki tētahi tauera nā. Te waiho.
On a strike. Good count now for the pitcher. She can afford to waste one here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the second innings here in the grand final. Here's a hit. It's gone out the shortstop. It's beaten shortstop. And just as we talked about at the beginning of her at bat, Tate Hitter has come in and done the job for her team. She's safe at 1. Hutt Valley advanced the score 2-0. Now there's 2 out, Rachel, but the danger signs for Counties Manukau, we're back at the top of the order.
Yes, and the top of the order have shown over the week that they can bunt, they can hit, they can mix it up.
Yeah, the production from them has been brilliant right throughout the tournament.
Even though there's 2 down, you never know, drop a wee bunt,
and
dead in front of you.
Ivani Gibson, and we talked about last night's game, she is at the point now where they are giving her bases.
Yes.
But that's a nice job. Third base has been a one-man show out there in this inning. She's taken that third out.
Right.
But not before Hutt Valley advance the score. It's 2-0 here in the second innings. They lead the ball game over Counties Manukau. We'll be back in just a minute.
We're going to have Māori getting ownership rights recognised in the taku taimana.
So they created legislation, foreshore and CBD.
How can you allow this to happen in the 21st century? What it is the same old faces, the Ken Mears, the Harawira families, the haters and wreckers.
It's about time we started looking to a new future.
What you can do in 50,000 turn up.
Get the Māori Plus app. Download now on Google Play or the App Store with exclusive viewings and 100% ad-free.
Quite like top tier.
Watch us anywhere, anytime. Make Māori Plus your mate and stream now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, we're into the bottom of the second innings now, and things are ticking along nicely. If you're a Hutt Valley supporter, they're 2-0 leaders in this ball game over Counties Manukau, who will be looking to get some of their own back. Maya Kingy Hicks, number 15 for Counties Manukau, comes into bat, looking back at Bailey Simons about to pitch, throws one down the middle of the plate for a strike.
Yes, good lead-off pitch there. Always good. Get that first strike in.
There we go there, mixing it up, puts one outside the plate. Good discipline from the batter. Sometimes you think to yourself, it just takes a team to blink in a grand final and the game gets away from them. Well, with this pop fly, and it's third base for Hutt Valley this time, who gets in on the act. Jada Walters-Rangitihi executing the catch.
Counties have proven throughout this tournament that they're a team that can bat right through.
Yeah.
They can get down, and they've proved in the games leading up to this that they're never out of it.
Tēnā I ngā pō I waingi a rātou ko o Waitaha ne. Last night's a perfect example of what they're capable of doing.
Going into the seventh innings, I think it was 5-5, wasn't it, against Canterbury, and they put 8 on Canterbury in that 8th inning, so the tiebreaker. They made no race of it. Bailey Simons flies one over the top this time. He heads back to the back of the net for number 27, Tyler Graham, doing the batting for Counties Manukau. There's still a bit of to and froing going on between officials in this ball game, scorers and...
I made the tautoko te hāruru mai ho nā tīma e rua. A stereo.
Never mind. We'll keep bringing you the pictures and bringing you the commentary and leave the officialdom up to the officials.
No.
This time looking to turn on it is Graham. Hits one down the foul base line.
Pai te tautoko. Te hiki ki rātou o rātou wairua anō. Just that team ethos, that team support for each other with Hutt Valley.
Ooh. Throw flies that one through the door of the dugout. Heads towards the car park.
Ka pā ati ki tētai o aki nei tauira. I think it just hit one of my students.
Oh, yeah?
Nathaniel. Hey, good boy.
I was going to hop in a car and head down to the Northern Tavern.
It was going. It was going.
I'll be in it with him.
Tēnei ka whakarere kai e pā. Bailey anō. Ki te e pā te pōro.
Simon's just losing the zone a little bit in this at-bat. 2-2 it is. Batter's doing a good job instigating the battle. This time she's flied one. It's going into shallow centre field. It's going to take a long time to come down and gives the centre fielder plenty of time to get underneath it to affect the second out here in the second innings. Janaya Nathan Kaiho comes into bat. The pitcher-on-pitcher battle that we want to see these days.
Tēnā kei te mura o tāhira aua I tēnei ona wā. Mata ki te mata. Kanohi ki te kanohi.
There's that lead-off that Simons usually looks for.
Tino ngā wari te neke o tōna tinanana. Sharp.
Turns on that one and hits it hard down the third base line. They've done the foul in that direction. They're just coming around a little bit too soon. Rachel, just a little bit of timing involved there.
Yes, and just probably, you know, pitch location. Sometimes there's not much you can do about it. You've got to get rid of it, you know.
That's right.
Depending on, you know.
Can't don't leave it up to the umpire.
No, you don't want to give him the option. Just take it out of his hands.
Especially as we're in 1 ball, 2 strike count. Pulls the strings on this one. Nice change up by Bailey Simons. Keeping them guessing.
Ko tō mai anō te poro ki te taha mauina. Still seem to be hitting left.
Nice work in the end. Bailey Simon strikes out Janaya Nathan Kaiho. And that is 3 down here and 2 innings completed as Hutt Valley that lead the grand final by 2-0 over Counties Manukau. We'll find out what happens when we come back in just a minute.
Learn
pūrākau. Explore te taiao.
Hai mai.
Tūhura ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
Tēnā koutou tamariki mā. Ona mai ki tamariki hā.
Mai mai, ia.
Download Māori Plus. Download it, download it, download it. It's easy. Free. Koriko! Kakavada. Tanuchu. Te Pāmakuana. Island of Mystery. Wongana. Tūhura. Ona mai ki tamariki hā. Download Māori Plus. Please, Mum.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we've got 2 innings complete in this ball game now, and it is Hutt Valley who have the advantage by 2-0 over Counties Manukau. Bailey Simons, it is up to bat number 5.
Hoki tō tika, te kaiapa ki te kaiapa. Once again, pitcher to pitcher.
Yeah, we just saw that battle a moment ago in reverse. Just a quick mention for the official scorer in this ball game is Nathan Hill.
Ka mai te rāko I te ringa mai wi, engari ka whiu te poru I te ringa mātou. Is this a left-handed batter, right-handed pitcher we're looking at?
Yep.
Oh, where da?
Righty to left. And pop fly into the shortstop. Third base, who has affected the last 4 outs for Hutt Valley.
Aye.
She's becoming a human highlight reel.
Aye. Kaori anō I kia hapa, ko te tūmana ko kaori ia e hapa. No mistakes yet.
Yep, should have put some of those players in their portfolio.
Yeah. It's a nice catch. Coming very quickly to get that one. Brings to bat number 17, Maggie Shields. And we have seen the Counties Manukau coach on 2 or 3 occasions now coming down to talk to Sam Meikle, the home plate umpire. Interesting to see what they're trying to get clarified.
O karea kore he mea hira mō.
Oh, it's pitching change this time.
Kai a ko, anō hoki.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll just take a quick break. This pitching change is brought to you by Beyond the Ballpark Broadcasting. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. There was a very quick pitching change, but there is a new pitcher out there. We'll get a number for you very shortly. Number 15, Maya Kingy Hicks, comes into pitch for Janaya Nathan Kaiho. And that is an early change, Rachel. What do you think's prompted that?
I'm not sure actually whether.
Might have been tactical.
Maybe tactical, yes. It might have been the game plan right from the beginning. Possibly come in, do a couple of things and.
Interesting, Janaya was going along nicely. The first run was on the pitcher because she gave up an illegal pitch, but it certainly had nothing to do with her actual pitching. As we see Maggie Shields drop one to second base and gets fired out at first. But second out here in the top of the third innings. She'll be replaced by number 1, Matangiho Nuku. In this one, Maya Kingy Hicks, very relaxed pitcher. I've seen her in a couple of games in this tournament.
Oh. Te aho ngāwari ne. Just very relaxed indeed. And still. Hey, you want to try one of those?
That's a nice style to have too, because it's you can go and go and go.
Aye. Tēnā pai mo wene ana momo whakataitai, 4-day competition. You still want to be standing at the end.
Yeah, you look at a pitcher and you think, well, physically they're pitching within themselves, and so you know they're going to have a lot of stamina. Rather than a very busy pitcher who seems to have plenty of, puts plenty into each pitch, and you think, well, you may not last 7 innings.
Pihe te ronga, yeah.
And also the option's still there to bring the starting pitcher back into the game.
Yeah,
the options are all plenty of options. That's what you want.
There's always plenty going on with the coaches, and the decisions they're making. We saw plenty of examples of that last night with Craig for Hutt Valley. Pinch hitters are plenty, and short game, long game. Everything was down to his decision making.
Kare kore he raitaki mā Manukau mō te huringa o nā kaipa. Engari kua pau te pōro.
There's a nice hit this time into the 5-6 hole. Goes out to left field.
Ana. Tau mai anō ki te pareiti a te awa Kairangi.
Matangiho Nuku out at first base now. Jada Walters Rangitihi comes in. Very, very powerful batter. And with 2 down, even though this run is on 1, this is a dangerous period for Counties Manukau. 2 runs is not far away at all. But in the context of a grand final, 3 runs can be big.
That's a good lead pitch. Coming in, getting on top early.
Aye. Ka mahi hau maru na te kaipa.
Fires one a little too far on the inside of the plate for Sam Meikle to call. 1-1.
Tēnā ka whai I te huarahi nā Simon's just doing the very similar thing of staying inside.
Yeah.
And making it hard for our batters.
That's what Rachel mentioned before, that, the Hutt Valley would have done their scouting. And will know the best place to pitch to this team in terms of where they're comfortable with the hitting, which seems to be, according to the way Hutt Valley are pitching, the outside of the plate. Stay away from the outside of the plate.
Kātahe ngāwari. And
looks like we got another illegal pitch.
Ai wehi. Me te ahua kore pako aha te tāhei kia rātou o Manukau. We weren't really concerned about that, but perhaps they are going to be about this.
Catcher did a good job there, immediately clarified with the plate umpire, Sam Meikle, on what happened there, and then went out to consult with her pitcher. Yeah, I must say, I'm not seeing much in it, but he obviously is from that front-on view. And he saw that earlier. It didn't have anything to do with the feet. Yeah. Well, that's 2 on 2 pitches that have been called on 2 of the Counties Manukau pitches by by home plate umpire Sam Meikle. This time it's a walk. Runners at 1 and 2. Megan Stokes up to bat, number 54 for Hutt Valley. Both coaches had a lot to say to the umpire so far in, 2.5 innings of this ball game.
Yes, and I'm sure they're just reminding them of some rules or something along those lines that maybe the coaches are seeing that the umpires should be seeing.
It's not a he's had a tune, so I've got to have a tune, is it?
Oh, it could be that too. Yeah. Could be that too, keeping involved.
Yeah.
Oh, be careful up you.
Nice pitch.
Te rā mai Megan Stokes. Took a swipe at that one.
Maya Kingy Hicks now 2 down. They're looking for that third out. They don't want to be moving any more batters. Inside the plate. A little bit too far inside the plate for umpire Meikle. And there's a nice job done this time. Nice job to strike out the batter. Megan Stokes head back to the dugout. There's a third out here in the third innings. It is Hutt Valley who continue to lead this ball game by 2-0 over Counties Manukau. We'll be back for more in just a minute.
We're going to have Māori getting ownership rights recognised in the taku tai moana.
So they created legislation, foreshore and CBD.
How can you allow this to happen in the 21st century?
What it is the same old faces, the Ken Mears, the Harawira families, the haters and wreckers.
It's about time we started looking to a new future.
What you can do in 50,000 turn up.
Dan Carter knew the power of winning.
Your instincts tell you the sky's different. The flip side of that was the intense pressure.
I'd go back to my hotel room and I'd be broken. Dan Carter, a perfect 10. Ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're into the bottom of the third innings here now at the 2025 Under-19 National Softball Championships for girls. And there we see a rather unusual pitch as looked like the batter was trying to get the bat out of the way of that ball. She's popped it straight back to the catcher for an out. So before I could even finish my introduction, there's already one down. That'll bring to bat number 2, Chelsea Tapuni. What I was going to say is after a third of the game now, virtually complete, Rachel, how have you seen proceedings? Sum it up a little bit for us.
Yes, well, Hutt Valley have brought their game plan, their game style straight from last night's game, straight into this game.
Yeah.
They're precise, they're determined, but they're just taking those little opportunities and they see a sniff, they're taking it.
That's right. I mean Counties Manukau haven't given them a huge look at it, but every time there's a little glimmer of the door open, they've shot through the gap and scored a run twice. And I mean, one was obviously on the illegal pitch, but you know, you've got to have the runner out on the diamond to do it, and it was all the way. The runner was all the way around in 3.
Yes, and Counties just need to start, you know, putting a wee bit bat on ball, put it out in the diamond, and making Hutt Valley, you know, work for these outs.
That's right. Yeah, and getting struck out isn't helping. Number 28, top of the order, Sienna Duffy up to bat now with 2 down. We virtually got that introduction out and they're already 2 down.
Ko re makarona tēnei tima. O te awaranga, ka pā o te poro.
And there we go, the shortest third innings in finals history. Lasted a full minute and a half. Both teams are heading back to the dugout. And we'll take another quick break and be back in just a minute.
It's going, eh?
You want to just jump in, the dark horse?
Deep down, that's all we want. Just freedom.
You sucker. You better watch out, you fool.
I often think of my cousin.
She didn't have anyone.
She had us.
You're pretty beautiful.
Same.
We're going to get you back, Mata. I promise.
Kiriata no Aotearoa, ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are now in the top of the fourth innings. We've got 3 complete.
Wera, katai anoa, tētai hona kai wawao, a Jill, a koa wharana, ko tōra waiwai nā, te māmai no hoki I tono mātu ki te tūnga a kai wawao. So our beautiful Jill, our umpire Jill, has just a wee roll of the ankle there, heading back to her plate 1 umpiring position. I hope she's okay.
I do very much hope she's okay. You don't like to see that at all from athlete or official.
Aye.
Just rolled her ankle. She was heading back to her position.
Yeah.
She hasn't indicated to anyone yet that she needs to be replaced. But
No, she's a hearty southern girl, so I'll be surprised if she does.
So would I. I'd be surprised as well. Yeah, she just needs to take a minute.
Aye.
Yeah, yep. I'm just looking at the situation at the moment. Hutt Valley up 2. Counties, they just need to start putting a bit more ball on the ground.
Yeah, get it in play.
Get it in play. Let Hutt Valley start throwing the ball around a bit. You never know what will unfold, but until you do.
Nā, tēnā te tauera pai, ko hoki mai a Jill.
There we go, these Southerners are made of very stern stuff. Well done, Jill Whakra. She went out there and suffered a little bit of an injury. She's bounced back good as gold, and we're all ready to go again.
Kia ora mai.
This time it's Hutt Valley getting ready to go again.
Aye.
Number 49, it is Bella Coxon out there to bat for them. Fouls the first pitch back for a strike.
Hey, ka wawe te poro ki te papakainga. Pai te pao te poro.
Nice hit, well taken out there by the shortstop, who makes a fine job of taking the out at 1. Rachel, she made what was a difficult play look quite easy there.
Yes, and she took it quite deep in the infield too, so a great throw over there to 1 in time.
Deep in the pocket and going to your right, so you're going away from first base. You've got to turn around, get your balance, and make the throw. Nice job. For a repeat of the first out in the second innings.
Yes.
Number 53, Dakota Simons up to bat. It's a good point you mentioned about counties needing to get the ball in play, because we've talked about the discipline and execution of the defence of Hutt Valley. They're not going to give it to them. You can't just be patient and hope that it breaks for you.
No, you've got to make things happen, don't you?
Yeah.
So putting that ball out there, that's how it's going to happen.
There we go. There's a nice catch as that ball is lined straight to second base. And we're staring down the barrel of another 1.5 innings. I think Jill's injury break could be longer than this innings is potentially going to go.
Maybe that was the ploy, stretch things out a wee bit.
Yeah, stretch it out, stretch it out.
Used to like that pitching wise, the short innings. We just call it very economical.
Yep. 3
pitch innings, 4 pitch innings.
Nothing
more than a warm up.
Yeah. No. Was a pitcher most of my life as well, so used to love it.
Ko tūmata tāku I te hei kai hōpu. So my first few seasons of softball were as a catcher and a 58-year-old man catcher. So te tau tuatai the first season, te māmai waka nei tūri. Engari, ko whakapakari haere, hei te tau tuatoru by the third season, I had Superman knees. They were loving it. Engari, yeah, stories of old.
Oh, yeah. I must say I was never a catcher. I always thought when it came, I could play anywhere on the diamond in softball, but I always thought when it came to catching, they were either complete geniuses.
We know where this is going.
Or absolute
close.
Or a combination of both. But it is a very unique position on the diamond. And New Zealand have been well served over the years. And the class of our catchers.
Puku mahi te tūngara, very, very busy position, and you're right. Is it a madness or genius?
Yeah.
But also there's that relationship that's built up between the pitcher and the catcher, and it's a unique one. My catchers always used to know when, I was getting down or I was up, or maybe on Saturday my inside drop was working, but on Sunday it wasn't, so they knew what would work on that particular day with the particular wind or the particular situation we were in. So you get to have that unique relationship with your catcher. Which,
one thing that doesn't change for me is it's the coolest position on the diamond. I think catchers always make their work look cool. It's absolutely fantastic job.
And they get the best view out there too, like they're looking out the whole diamond. They're looking out at everything, so...
My opinion of it comes more because I could never do it.
Mai e tūnga pai, he tūna hira rawa atu, and I tikara kei rongi te pakaiwi o te kai hopu poro, te chaki, te manaki o te kaiapa. A very important role of that catcher to support their pitcher, make sure they're in good nick and are on point.
Well, what they put their bodies through, I mean, that's just amazing. They come out black and blue at times.
Yes, and I see some old catchers wandering around here today, and I was like, there it is. There's those wobbly knees.
Wobbly knees, yep.
Yeah, getting out of their chair after watching the game, and there it is. There's that struggle. So it's a sacrifice on its own.
Oh, absolutely.
Later in life.
They've got their knees.
Yeah.
Pitchers have their elbows and backs.
And the odd missing tooth.
I've done time in the emergency ward.
Yeah.
I think I've still got the stitches of a ball behind my eyebrow here.
If
you shaved it, you'd still be able to make it out.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember catching one right in front of my face. I still haven't seen the ball yet, but I caught it and it hit me right in the nose.
Oh, yeah.
Bleeding nose. Yeah. So I was thinking, gosh, if I didn't catch it, how bad the damage would have been.
O ka tākou mā mai nunui rawa atu, ko inga taku poaka mai waku tarau I tētahi kemu I mua ngā ku tauira, ko kata mai rātou, there's nothing to hold it up. So the worst thing that I've ever felt from softball was one day my box fell out of my trousers in front of my school kids, and so they just laughing at me, go ha ha, and hence you've got nothing to hold it in there, matu, ha ha ha. So, if that's the worst of it, I think I'll be. But why Māori? Didn't have to go to hospital for that one.
Can't believe you told that story.
Oops, too much GMO. Oh, no.
Oh, it's all part of the game, isn't it? All part of the game. All that protective...
Everybody can have fun, and we're having a bit of fun right now.
All that protective gear is very necessity.
Oh,
it's a
yes.
necessity.
Oh, yes.
It's great to see the third bases and the catchers and first bases now, a lot of them opting to wear the face masks as well. Cause
safety's a priority.
Oh, exactly. Exactly.
Well, we've had several conferences now between the coaches and the umpires throughout this ball game. I would love to know what's going on out there. I'm absolutely itching to know what's going on.
No, ko te nuinga nei nā te kaiako te awa kairangi. Very much involved, our Hutt Valley coach.
Yeah, the explanations here are long.
At
the end of the day, I mean, regardless of what's happening there, you've got the athletes standing around now, not being involved in anything. So,
pai tere hui nā Manukau. They got a bit of a hui going on. They're picking each other up and really enjoying their time here at this final today for the National Women's Under-19 softball competition here in Waihopai. Beautiful day.
I think they're playing a little game in there, actually.
Aye.
Yeah. Yeah. Keeping it light.
Keeping it light.
Yeah. Keeping the mood.
Patahi. Aye.
Well, it looks like this might go on for a minute or two, so we'll just take a quick break and come back to you in a couple of minutes. All right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. We've got action back on the diamond, rather than the action with the officials and the coaches. We're not 100%, well, we're not sure at all what was been going on there, but plenty of discussions going on, and now the game is back in action. So, number 21, it is Tate Hitter, who scored that second RBI for Hutt Valley in her last at bat. Who's up to bat. 2 down here in the fourth innings, top of 4. 2-0 to Hutt Valley over Counties Manukau.
Oh, big ki whara piu te rao. Big swing there. So paita mahi a tō tātou kaiapana. Mō Manukau, Mark Kingy Hicks is pulling him nicely there with the pitching prowess. Tēnā.
That pitch, unlucky not to get the call there. I thought that might have shaved a little bit of the zone, but not to be.
Ka tautoko mai tonu nā tima e roa I o rātou ake kai tākoro.
This one's into the dirt, as I think Maya Kingy Hicks just tried to give that one a little bit extra. That's a full count. On Tate Hitter, who continues to do a good job for her team.
Aye.
And she earns the walk once again, out on base. Back to the top of their order for them, number 22, Ivani Gibson. As this ball game has just slowed down a bit with all this discussions going on.
Tēnā koe nā tētahi take mō nā tīma ki te rere tonu, ki te rere pai. Te mautonu ki te ihi, ki te wehi, ki te wana. It's another challenge for our teams as they manage to keep momentum.
Yeah.
Through such things as we just saw there.
Maintaining focus. It's sometimes not an easy job when there's other things going on the time. But in terms of Hutt Valley, nothing seems to faze them or put them off the stride of what they obviously see as their ultimate goal. Both teams will have the same goal, obviously.
Oh, ai. Kaori e kore. Ka tino hia kai rāua. Nā tima e rua. Mo te wini, mo te whaihua. Kia hoki pai ki o rata kāinga.
Ivani Gibson has really lit up this tournament with her hitting so far. It's the grand final, however, so that's a different kettle of fish. There we go, she's hit one straight up the middle. She didn't get all of it, but she got enough of it to advance the runner.
Ai, kia ngāwari te tai atu. Kei te pūrei tahi, te pūrei rua. Awa kairangi I tēnei wā.
And that's all you need. That'll bring to bat number 5, Bailey Simons.
Ringa mai we. Tumana, ko tirohia ia ki te tuki.
County's just looking for an out here. There's 2 runners on, but they've got 2 outs here.
Yeah.
I think they just really want to get out of this innings and get stuck into the bats.
Nice pitch. That'll be, if she can keep hitting spots like that, it won't be long before they're out of the innings. it's an interesting time. We talked about Hutt Valley just needing a glimmer of hope and then they execute something. Well, here we go, you know. There's an attempted bunt. And Bailey Simons, you know, that's off the menu right now because that's 2 strikes on here.
Oh,
great job. Maya King strikes out Bailey Simons. And exactly what you mentioned, Rachel, this is what they needed to do. They're out of the innings. Now it's up to them to score a couple of runs on Hutt Valley. We'll find out if they can when we come back in just a minute.
We're going to have Māori getting ownership rights recognised in the taku taimana.
So they created legislation, foreshore and CBD.
How can you allow this to happen in the 21st century?
What it is the same old faces, the Ken Mears, the Harawira families, the haters and wreckers.
It's about time we started looking to a new future.
What he can do in 50,000 turn up.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and it's Hutt Valley who are now making the change on the hill. They lead the ball game by 2-0 over County's Manukau, and it's Jada Walters Rangitihi who comes into pitch for Bailey Simons. She's a pitcher who pitches with power and could easily have started the game. There's not much between either of them in terms of their ability to get the job done out there.
And this is a tactic that Hutt Valley used last night. Brought her in at the same stage of the game.
Yep.
And just sharing the load, I guess. And, you know, they're both very, very capable pitchers. And it showed last night. So.
Yeah, they needed a closer. That's exactly what they got to her last night. This time it's basically a share the load duty.
It suits the nature of this team. Just supporting each other, giving everyone the opportunity and chance to play at their best. And with her pitching, we're definitely going to see some of that.
And our counties have to adjust again and get used to another pitcher, another pitching style. Probably have different rise, different drop, different change-up, different pattern.
It just takes a wee while to adjust, and you can see the reasoning behind it because they didn't get on to Bailey at all. But that's not to say they wouldn't have. Usually when you're going through your second at-bat, you've seen enough of the pitching to start know where the location might be, the speed, you're getting used to the rhythm. And then the hitters are usually a little bit more successful. This just keeps them off balance.
It does, and it stops them getting comfortable.
Number 10, Penny Starr, up to bat for Counties Manukau. And I mean, it's been an incredibly interesting ball game, and not as much as it has been interesting on field with the athletes, and the play has been excellent. But with what seems to be going on behind the scenes there, it's amazing. We've just seen yet another conference between Craig Simons and home plate coaches. I see one pop straight back to the pitcher. He said thank you very much and takes the catch.
And that's softball, isn't it? It's all it's physical, it's technical, it's there's so much more goes on to the game than what you just as a spectator watching.
Bit of a game of chess going out there at the moment. I suspect it's between the two coaches as much as it is between the two players.
Hui me te tui. Oh yeah, you can tell this is very important there. Tino hikaka, e tino hira tēnei. Te kēmu whainga toa.
Catcher, Peyton Hiraka Downing going to work out there. She's pop-flied one out to third base. It's going to fall right into the safe glove of, I'm sure it's probably Bailey. Was it just a straight?
Third base.
Yeah, was it just a straight positional change with Jada and Bailey?
Yes.
Nice. So Bailey at third.
Oh, doesn't look like her.
We'll find out when we can get a jersey number. Ladies and gentlemen, of you.
Ko Bailey kei wahora, kei te Kairohe Maui. I can see Bailey out on left outfield.
I think that might be Maggie Shields.
Is that?
Yeah. Never mind, we'll get the jersey number. If you can see for where our commentary position is here, ladies and gentlemen, number 1. Ah, yep, new catcher as well. We'll catch up, ladies and gentlemen. Matangi Haunuku at third base. New catcher looks to be number 46. Is that 46 under that? I think that is Safira Schultz, yes. She is the catcher. So no change here.
Oh.
There we go, nice job done by Jada Walters and Rangitihi while we were trying to work out all the positional changes.
And number 1 at Pretori.
Yeah.
And then that is Bailey out there, wasn't it?
3 down it is, and it will be Hutt Valley coming to bat in just a minute. We'll find out what they bring to it when we come back.
Learn
Purako. Explore Te Taiao.
Waiman.
Tūhura ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are moving along now in this ball game. We're in the top of the 5th of the grand final here at the Under-19 National Girls Tournament in Surrey Park in Invercargill. And it is Hutt Valley who continue to protect this 2-0 lead over Counties Manukau. And being in the 5th innings, Rachel, it is really all on Counties Manukau to try and get things going for themselves.
It is, yes. Yes, it is. The innings are going through quite quickly now.
Hana, koina. Kore makarauna rātou. They're not here to muck around.
Number 1, Matangi Haunuku is in the bat right now. She's hit one at third base, who has taken the lead runner.
Mahi pai anō hoki o te kai papatoru.
So Maggie Shields becomes the first out. Safe at first base is Matangi Haunuku. That'll bring to bat number 35, Jada Walters, Rangitihi. Yeah, so defensively, they need to get out of this inning without impacting the scoreboard. And then I'd say, yeah, they need to really give themselves some opportunities in this next at-bat.
And it only takes one batter to get on base early in the innings.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Give their coach some opportunity to...
5th innings, you've still got time.
Yeah.
But when you start thinking about a 6th and then a 7th innings, and then, of course, you're counting down outs, which become valuable. Yeah, your options as far as what you can do. At the moment, they can sacrifice, if they come into bat in the bottom of the 5th, they can sacrifice an out or two to manufacture a run. The first thing they've got to do, obviously, is get some bodies on the bases.
Yes, and in a ball game where you're only 2 runs down, that's, where you start. Just work on that one run.
Yeah.
Get that first runner on, get that first run in, and you've halved the score. You know, you're backing up. Not to say they're out of it. But it gets them a lot closer.
Yeah, break it down into little goals, your first job will get somebody on 1. Second job will get somebody from 1 to 2,
Yep.
Once you get somebody on the scoring position, then you can work on impacting the scoreboard.
It's the same out in the field. Get that first out. Or as a pitcher, get that first strike. Then get that first out.
Yeah, absolutely. Little goals.
Weak goals. Weak goals build into big blocks.
Yep.
Tēnā ki te mōhio whānui tia te timo te awa kairangi. There's no doubt these guys know about that as they seem to be applying it.
Well, it's easy to get distracted by the whole, The whole for them is we need 3 runs to win the ball game right now. This is Counties Manukau. But the small goals, a little bit easier to achieve.
And sometimes all it takes is that one small moment. And starts everything building.
Ai tika tae, ko te tumana ko ka whai I a Manukau taua wā. And hopefully Counties Manukau can find that.
Yeah, yep. Number 54, it is Megan Stokes going to work out there for Hutt Valley. But let's not forget, it is their turn at bat right now. And right now there's only 1 out and they've got runners at 1 and 2. So the pressure very much back on Counties Manukau. Hutt Valley at the moment in the command position. And runs for them now extra. They might be calling bonus runs.
Ana, ka whakatai tonu ngia. Oh, pai te patu tō tika ki te kaipa.
She's going to go to look
wari
for the
totoro
lead
looking for the
runner.
double. Wā mai matua, taku nei. Pakaihi rā, getting very excited here. We're in the 5th innings.
So there's the regulation force play there at 3. Nice work by Counties Manukau, who are a very disciplined side themselves.
Aye, they're holding their heads up. They're not giving an edge. Whawhai tonu mai rātou.
Well, the equation hasn't changed. There's still runners at 1 and 2. The only thing that has changed is the outs. Here we go. You don't want to be giving away easy bases like that as the runners advance to 2 and 3 on the pass ball.
Nā, ko ki te amu mai I a Makingi. She was not happy with herself for that one. Hoitsi, few 1-0. Ame.
Bella Coxon into bat now for Hutt Valley. She's popped one back behind the catcher. So that one's not going to be caught.
Ko pāts ki te taiapa maru.
So Counties just need to focus on the batter here. They've got 2 outs.
Yeah. We talked about it very early in the ball game that if they found themselves a couple of runs down, that this team have usually found a way to come back. And it wasn't until the 7th innings in last night's semi-final that they got parity with Canterbury before going on to claim that game in the tiebreaker. Oh, this time it's going to work for Hutt Valley though, as Bella Coxon has put one out to right field, and Hutt Valley have scored 2 runs off the back of that. And yes, it is Hutt Valley who continue to make every post a winning post in this grand final. And we talked about the need for Counties to get out of this innings. Well, that big goal that we talked about is now doubled.
Yes, in the blink of an eye for 1-0. But in saying that as well, that makes Counties' job
a little bit harder.
A little bit harder, but it's like, well, we've got to hit now.
Yeah.
We've just got to hit.
Yep.
We've got to start stringing a few together. We're not just after 1 run, we're after 4.
Yeah.
So in a way, it makes it harder, but easier as well, because you know exactly what.
There's still 3 at bats. So
you know exactly what's required.
4-0 is not irretrievable by any means, especially in the context of the grand final. They all have to maintain their focus. They all have to maintain their discipline. At the moment, can't fault Hutt Valley's focus or discipline.
Ai, kei te tikara. Kei te mahi tahi tonu.
Riley McClinchy out there has come in to bat for Dakota Simons. Number 46.
Ko pā te poro.
So Craig Simons continues to just command things out there as far as tactically goes. Brought in a pinch hitter on a 2-2 call. Maya Kingy Hicks under enormous pressure now in this innings. He just needs to help her team get out of it by finding that zone again. It's a full count.
Oh,
ka pai te rā.
Engari.
And they really have peppered that 5-6 hole. And there's a missed field out there at left field. And it is going to enable the Bella Coxon to scamper from first all the way home for another run. Hutt Valley now in their two-out rally have scored 3 runs.
And that was unfortunate out there. The ball just went sideways and scampered away from her, but just shows the aggression on the base running.
Let's look at the timing of Craig Simons and his substitutions. He's brought in a pinch hitter there, and when you do that, you want some contact, don't you? And
yes.
That's exactly what he got.
But no hesitation in the running there as soon as the wee bobble of the ball.
Yeah.
She was round 2 and on the way to 3, and
was only in the middle of the outfield. You know, it didn't go far away from the fielder, but
it was just enough.
As soon as that happened, her focus went straight from third base to home plate.
Mei tērā anō hokene te home pace. Ai, tika tau kona kai o makauri a kore e tere haere kei huri rau nei te chaimana nei. No worries getting around those base plates for these young fellas.
Oh, yeah, they scamper, that's for sure. Bit of pace shown there. Number 21, Tate Hitter. Talking about batters that have done a job. I don't think I've seen her out since she came in to pinch hit last night.
No. Very capable player out there. She's certainly well experienced, and she's having a great tournament.
Yes, she had a couple of at-bats last night. She hit both of those. She's had a walk and a hit so far in both her at-bats here. So there we go. She's done it again, and they just keep peppering that hole. That 5-6 hole out there has just taken an absolute...
Pai ki te kite te takarahi maui e ngāwari ana te mau, ane te whakahuki o te poro. So after that small mistake, it's good to see her tidy up.
Yeah, she picked that one up cleanly.
Aye.
Back to the top of the order, and Ivani Gibson, who had hit into centre field in her last at-bat, is a very dangerous prospect now for County's Manukau, who are only a swing of the bat away from getting close to a run-ahead rule.
Yes, and counties will need to be aware of that.
Tēnā ka whiu ki ko. Maya Kingy Hicks I tēnei wā just seems to be a wee bit around and about. And there's one straight at it, can't buy.
The thing about that is, though, is Hutt Valley haven't let her rest in any position either. Sometimes a pitcher will find a spot. If they're getting strikes, that's where they'll stay. While Hutt Valley are not letting her stay anywhere.
Kia ora.
You know, we've seen it with Bailey. In her 4 innings of work, she lived on the inside of the plate with Counties Manukau not able to adjust. But Hutt Valley, in contrast, have done this. 1 run's going to score. 2 runs are going to score off that hit. And there we go. Hutt Valley have broken this game wide open now.
Ai, ana.
On a beautiful piece of batting. This time it's Ivani Gibson who just underlines her credentials in this tournament. And 2 safe hits in the grand final, 3 RBIs.
And they've come at the time when you need it, when your runner's on in scoring positions.
Yeah. We call that clutch. Bailey Simon's up to bat now. And let's not forget, Hutt Valley were 2 down with no runs.
No. Yeah. And unfortunately for counties, it's just been some good, hard ground hits.
Yeah.
And they've hit those gaps.
Yeah. They've just, we saw it in this stage of the game in last night's, when Auckland threatened, they came back to 3-2. And then all of a sudden, Hutt Valley hit the accelerator.
Yes, they responded. Every time Auckland got a run on the board, they responded back with 2 and then 3.
Tino pai tēnā e pa. Nā mai a really good pitch in there from her. Oh, hanana.
So yeah, and it's about how you respond back, but the way things are going.
Kahuri ai ki te taha maui. It's a very talented player that can switch their batting stance. Oh, help. What have we got here? Te rawa anō ke o enei tauira, enei tai o hi, ko tēnei mea.
Yeah. Depends on what sort of hit that she's looking for.
No.
So she just puts one back and forces it out to shortstop.
No.
Nice work by the shortstop to take the out. The 3rd out here in the innings. And unfortunately for Counties Manukau, they will return for their at-bat, needing to score at least 1 run to stay on this ball game. But we'll find out what happens when we come back in just a minute.
Dan Carter knew the power of winning.
Your instincts tell you the score's different. The flip side of that was the intense pressure.
I'd go back to my hotel room and I'd be broken. Dan Carter, a perfect 10. Ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
E te ana koe mō tātai wa haerenga.
Learn pūrākau. Explore te taiao.
Whai mai.
Tūhura ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And until Hutt Valley broke things open in that 5th inning, we had a rather tight ball game. But they absolutely showed their class in that 5th innings. They put the foot on the accelerator to the tune of 5 runs. They now lead this ball game by 7-0 over Counties Manukau. It's a rather steep hill in front of Counties Manukau to climb back into this ball game. They do have plenty of fighting spirit, however, but the equation is simple, Rachel. I think you can break it down for us.
Yes, well, they need 1 run to carry this game on for us to get into the 6th innings. So the focus for counties will be first and foremost getting that run. But firstly, getting this lead runner on is important.
Yeah.
And give the rest of the team the opportunity to move that run around.
So for them, it's a run. For Hutt Valley, it's out.
3 outs.
I mean, we talked about it with Chris in the previous game, Naitana, that grand finals have a way of either being extremely tight, you know, and they can go all the way down to the wire, or it takes just something to open them up, and all of a sudden it's over quickly. I've seen several in the last couple of years where one side blinks, the other side takes advantage of it and shuts the gate. Hutt Valley, very good at doing that.
Nā. I nā ka kati nā. Karo, kari ki te ate huringa.
This is an important pitch for Counties Manukau here right now. You've got a full count out there. Jada Walters, Rangitihi, fires it in and gets the better of the batter.
Koina te he tai.
Just a nice rise there.
So
Hard to lay off.
I know, Maya Kingy Hicks. She heads back to the dugout. As the first out here in the bottom of the 5th innings. And now the 2 outs from Oblivion. Let's hope they can do something here.
Nice swing. I te hiri pao tua rima, I te hiri pao raro. Kia te awa kairangi, te poro.
We go back to what we talked about in that pitching change. A little bit of extra speed, different lines, different angles, and not quite picking it up. Like that, it was a great change-up.
Yes, and it can take the whole lineup to go through to have that one bat against the new pitcher.
Yep.
But
they haven't got that comfort.
They haven't got that comfort now, no, they don't have the time.
Oh, here we go. Look at, you're seeing one side out there, every pitch they're going higher up.
Yeah.
The adrenaline's getting higher, every pitch.
Hutt Valley 1 out away here.
Aye.
And there's a couple of extra Ks on that pitch as well. I think that's faster than anything I ever threw.
You can see they're hungry to close this out.
Yeah. Perhaps guilty of overthrowing those last 2 pitches.
A wee bit of excitement.
Yeah.
A wee bit of excitement in there. Blood's pumping a bit harder.
Aye. It's him mutu pera I te timatanga. They can keep it cool. Tau ta mauri. Pai te era.
There it goes. 2 balls, 1 strike. Fingers crossed for County Manukau here.
Aye.
What a marvellous effort they've had to get through to this
Pai
grand
te
final.
Pauporo.
There's a hit that's sucked up out there at third base. There's the race is on, and it's won by Hutt Valley in this case, and they are celebrating mightily victory in this grand final. It's Hutt Valley who come out champs in 2025 Under-19 National Championships, fully deserved by the team. In the end, that was the best of the competition. Rachel, let us know your thoughts on that one.
Oh, yes, thoroughly deserved by Hutt Valley. Congratulations to them. Commiserations to counties. Put up a valid fight, but on the day, Hutt Valley just too efficient, too fast, too well drilled, too well coached, and, gone through the whole tournament without a loss. So hats off to them.
Absolutely, and wholeheartedly agree with all of those points, so I won't re-echo them. Natana, a pleasure to have you along. How did you see that?
Tēnā koe, kei te tika nā me ki atu pēnei mō Manukau, ki te tūohu koe me maunga teitei. And ko te maunga teitei o Huariri I tēnei ona rā. If you're going to lose to something big, and this team from Hutt Valley is something big. Eternal pleasure to watch. Nā reira, me mihi ka tika ki a koutou o te Pōwaka Whakata Māori, ki a koutou o outside the dugout, and I've just had a real pleasure and a really good time being here. He honore nui a tēnā koutou e ui mai ki a pātou mai ki a hau. Thank you for asking me to be a part of this. I'm going to throw it back to you, Gary. Pehe o whakaro. Where's it at?
Kia ora for that. Congratulations to Hutt Valley. Absolutely deserved the title this year, 2025 National Champions. Commiserations to Counties Manukau, because that team battled all the way through this tournament to get to where they were in the grand final. So for them, keep your heads up, girls, because you've had a great tournament. You justifiably be proud of yourself as you get on to your 3.5 or 4 hour flight, whatever it is, back to the north. We've got the prize giving coming up. Are we going to stay on for that one? And we'll get the word that we're going to stay up live for that one. They're going to get it underway pretty quickly, so if you guys don't mind, we'll just hang in there and we'll take it back to you, Rachel. Highlights for you, outstanding players, etc.
Oh, just Hutt Valley in general. Just very impressed by their professionalism, their manner on the field. At an age group tournament, Very professional.
What about
very
the
professional outfit.
the whole tournament though? Because
Whole tournament
2004 since Southland hosted a national tournament.
Yes, and it's been a pleasure to host one finally. It's been a long time, and a big hats off and a big thank you to all the provinces that have travelled this far, because we know how expensive it is to travel down, because we travel up, and it's the same each way. And to all the provinces for putting in that effort, the fundraising, to the associations, getting some teams down here, just makes us know that it's worthwhile to hold one down here. And I hope New Zealand see that. You know, we've got the facilities and we've got the weather, and we love the softball. We love the softball. We love having it here, and it's a pleasure to host.
Absolutely, Naitana. I mean, you do play softball, but you're not maybe not quite as experienced as Rachel and myself. I mean, obviously, you've already voiced your pleasure at that, but I mean, having this in Southland for you, mate.
Me hoki pai ki te kāinga me te tūmanako me hara mai anō. We hope that everyone travels safely back to their homes, and we do hope to see you again.
I really do. Back. I mean, for me, as a visiting, softball person, I'll call myself first, but I've been a broadcaster for a number of years. My first visit back into Southland as a broadcaster. I've been here a few times before as a parent supporter, but I've absolutely loved my time. The hospitality down here is absolutely fantastic. People are immensely friendly. For all our friends overseas who will eventually listen to this broadcast, and the numbers do ramp up over the weeks, so there will be a lot of people who have a look at this. Come to Southland. Come to Southland in summer. Experience some Southland softball. You won't go amiss. It's absolutely fantastic. Beautiful region. If you like a bit of seafood, well, they've got plenty of that here. So yeah, no, I've had a great time. We're going to get the official part of the ceremonies underway very shortly, and once that happens, we will throw it over to them. But for me, I guess, Rachel, the power of the Hutt Valley batting, not just that though, but teams like Canterbury and the power of their batting. I mean, we saw a lot of pitching this weekend, but I think batting took a huge step up at this tournament.
Yes, and the batting's been very good, and the discipline in the box has been very good.
Yeah.
Because I'm impressed with the pitches.
Yeah, I know. The pitching overall was very good.
It was, but the batting has been exceptional across the board. Even Southland struggled to, even though we're hosting, we just struggle with young girls playing, and they showed some good skills out there, and I think they would have learnt a lot.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have learnt a lot.
Well, what an advertisement for the young girls in the sport to want to come and play at this level and work hard, which you have to do. You don't get the sort of discipline and execution and power and speed and all of it that Hutt Valley showed without working hard for it.
Yeah, it doesn't happen overnight, definitely, and obviously the work's paying off, and that's, train hard, play hard.
Yeah, absolutely.
Train as you play, simple. And it helps too, have a great camaraderie with your teammates and your management and your coaches, and that includes mums and dads and brothers and sisters and everybody. We saw, if we just break out of the top four though, we saw a brilliant game over here just before with Manukau and North Harbour, who both teams were unlucky not to make that top four. I thought at one stage there last night that Manukau had made it in, but unfortunately calculations went against them, and it was Auckland that made it into the top four as well. And good luck to Auckland, obviously, for doing it. But Manukau, all the way from Palmerston North, again, another one of the smaller associations who are really standing up and sending teams to national tournaments. Counties Manukau, it's not just Auckland, Wellington, Hutt Valley, Canterbury anymore. I've in the last year or two, I've been to tournaments where we've seen Franklin hitting the grand final. Now we're seeing Counties Manukau hitting the grand final. Those two are neighbouring associations. They must see each other a lot as well. So, the sport isn't disappearing altogether. It is expanding into regions where you don't think. I know Wanganui have got a few teams up and running. I think it's still hanging on in Marlborough, so it'll be nice to see them bringing some teams to Diamonds. So yeah, no, there's plenty to hope for. And it's great to see those smaller associations getting their teams up and playing, because that gives them the opportunity to host as well.
Absolutely.
And then gives players the opportunity to go to towns that you might not go to otherwise, and experience other parts of the country.
Absolutely, especially those athletes that get the opportunity to do it, because we all know as kids and travelling with sports, it was such a fun thing to get to do. You know, what are you doing this weekend? Oh, I'm going to go downtown and play. What are you doing? I'm going to Auckland to play softball, you know, for the next 4 days. And, well, really? Yeah. Come follow me. Come do it. But Neitana, I mean, your involvement down here as a player, I mean, you must be enjoying it as well.
Ke au nei ko te men pai rawa te ko te vibes, ne? Te mauri, te katakata, te whakahoahoa, te hononga ki te hapori is very much a community, and to be part of this community in the small way that I am is richly very rewarding for me as an Invercargillite, as a member of Southland. And to me, this is going nowhere. I've got a lot of kids at my high school that are playing and enjoying and have passion and love for that. Typically handed down through the whānau, and there's a lot of history gathered up here in the short time that Invercargill's been on this planet, and it's beautiful and it's rich. And I'm tino hikaka, tino excited. I think I'm going to go back to training when it starts up in a couple of weeks, and I might see for the second half of the season.
Well, Neitana, we might just let you sign us off, and we'll let the pitchers speak for themselves as they're about to get underway.
Ka pai.
And then that'll be us as a it for us as a commentary team. We'll let you guys watch the presentations which are about to go. So for me, Gary Rohihi from Beyond the Ballpark Broadcasting, Rachel Newton, I thank you very much for having your input. I really have enjoyed it. It's been a privilege. Neitana, I'm going to hand it back over to you to take us out, and we'll leave everybody else with the pictures of the prize giving.
Tēnā koe, tēnā rā kōrua. Kei te hari ko amata ki tēnei, me whakanui I te tīmatoa o ka te awa kairangi, hoi tī, hoi tā. E nā māma, e nā pāpā, me tuka te mihi ki o koutou. Nā teina, nā tuakana, kua tautoko mai I tēnei, ona ke marawe rawa atu, nā mihi ki o koutou. Kia koutou katoa, kua areare mai I tēnei o nā rā. Kei te whititara tonu I Waihopai, I runga I te tohu aroha atu ki o koutou, ko te tumanako me hoki pai nā tima katoa, me whakapakari tonu mai ki a kitia te ao, kei konei nā toa, I tēnei ona kemu papai rawa atu ko te poiuka. Nō reira, me whiringa toa, a te awarui a rangi, I runga I tēnei taku mihi whakapāho atu ki a koutou, I runga I a whakata Māori, nō reira koutou mā, kia no hau maru mai, tūrau Hawaiki.
Andy.
Step forward. We're going to get on with the presentations. I'd just like to thank everybody, like the supporters, for coming along to this great tournament. Obviously, we got it completed in the time that we needed to. We're the gods, as we always talk about here, were pretty good to us, so we're excited about that. For not having a tournament since 2004, I think overall we've done a pretty good job as a team. Just like to introduce some people. A tournament organiser was Julie McKissick, SCR Dave Elder, Chief Scorer Cheryl Dance, Chief Umpire Gavin Shepherd, statisticians Kerry, and a tournament selector Carly Rati. A little special mention to Jason as CEO for coming along to this tournament as well. It was good to have him around, ask lots of questions. Just a few thank you to our sponsors, so ILT, we've got Kennards for the fencing, Kiwi Skips, Good Tech Team, Crest Clean, Clean Flow Filtration, and Rapid Rooms. Dugout from Softball New Zealand, the ground crew and the canteen staff. The ground crew have done such a great job. Many hours have been put into this to get ready for the tournament. So thank you. Canteen ladies and men, thank you for your volunteering the hours. We do really appreciate that. Also like to thank the coaches and managers. Obviously without them we won't have teams, and also the teams. So without further ado, I will pass the mic over. Chief Scorer, please. I didn't know I was speaking. All right. But I'm sure I'm going to announce my Manukau, and like you have made qualification, and that's Kathy Goals. And those scorers that have scarfed past the bar are all of the scoring team. That goes to Steve Harley, Susan Roy, Kerry Murphy, Jodie Loffey. I've forgotten someone. There was 7 of us anyway. Nathan Hill. No one's putting their hand up over there to remind me. Sorry, I can't. That all 7 of you, well done. You've done a tremendous job, particularly working the long hours we did last night. Thank you. Thanks, Cheryl. We'll pass it over. Sorry, peeps. We'll pass it over to our chief umpire, Gavin. Gotta hold them together. Together? Yeah.
Kia ora tātou. Te mea tuatahi mi atu ki a tātou katoa. Ki tō tātou kaihanga, ko ia te timatanga me te whakamutanga o a mea katoa, korore ki tōna ingoa. Me tūrua mi atu ki te haukanga nei, nā mihi hurino ki a tātou katoa. Nā whānau o tēnei kemu o tātou katoa, nā whānau ki tō tātou kaiwha. Me o mātou tima tō o wahine mā. Kia koutou katoa. Firstly, a huge thank you to Softball New Zealand, to Southland, for this wonderful occasion, this wonderful event that we have here, and we've had for over the last 4 days. Softball New Zealand, ngā mihi kia koutou. To everyone here. Thank you to our scorers. Thank you to our team, umpires, and mostly thank you to our grounds crew. Without you all, you know, and the mahi that we do in the background, yeah, can't appreciate you enough and can't thank you enough. So if everyone could put together, and tono to our volunteers here today, ngā mihi, ngā mihi, ngā mihi. To our teams. Thank you to the coaches, to the players for working alongside our whānau, our umpiring whānau. I always see it as there's no us and them. I pride it on the three-legged stool. There's the officials, there's the coaches, and of course there's the players. Take one of those legs away, and we can't perform. It's all about working towards a better goal and working together. Nā reire, tēnei te mihi, ana, tēnā koutou, ka huri, kia ora.
Thank you. Thank you for that. I'd just like to ask the Softball New Zealand board member, Rebecca Annan.
Kia ora, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. I'd just like to say thank you to Rata and Julie for putting on an absolute tournament. Big round of applause. And obviously all the teams, or their team I should say, for putting out an outstanding couple of days. It was wonderful to be here for finals. Two diamonds, and great to see that actually the sun came out today, which is fantastic. I'd also like to shout out to the players. It was wonderful to see such an amazing, outstanding games of softball. We've had some crazy tiebreakers, some outstanding batting, and some really illustrious fielding. So well done, ladies. It was fantastic to see the 9 teams across our nation to be playing some great softball. So well done, ladies. It was great to see. I'd also like to say thank you to the coaches, the scorers, and at the end of the day, they're all volunteers.
And so thank you for putting some time, energy, and passion into your play. It's fantastic to have you all here, and wonderful to have such an array of great sport. I'd also like to acknowledge our life members for softball, whether that be for the associations, for the clubs, or for Softball New Zealand. We absolutely implore you being here and supporting your supporting the rangatahi. And thank you so much to the supporters. We employ you, we appreciate the support that you have for your family, for your whānau, and obviously to come out on a beautiful day like this to support these ladies. Finally, softball New Zealand, and obviously all of the other teams, appreciate your time. The umpires, tēnā koutou, and the scorers as well. I think everybody's worked their absolute best today, so we're excited to announce the winners. Kia ora. Thanks, Bex. I'd just like to call Carly, so we'll now do the awards. Okay, so we'll start with the top picture with the ERA of 1.8 from Hutt Valley, Jada Walters.
Jada, I'm a hug.
The top batter with 15 hits from 21 turns at bat with an average of 714 from Canterbury, Kairatu. Valuable player from Hutt Valley, Tangiho Nuku. The tournament team. Can we just have some urgency, girls, when you come up here, because I know there's some teams in a bit of a hurry to get to the airport. Peter Walters, Rangatihi, Hutt. Leah Kingy Hicks. Woohoo! Way to go, Leah! Mason, Sydney, Iwiko, Canterbury. Maggie Shields, Hutt Valley. Macy Cricket. Hutt Valley. Penny Star, Hunty.
Way to go, Penny!
Ivani Hutt. Ava Auckland. Caitlin Henderson. Jessie Jackson, Auckland.
Rangi Ho Nuku, Hutt Valley. Sienna Dusty, County. East Torquay, County.
Okay, we need a front row. One arm. 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Who's dead? That's my dad. 3, 2, 1.